Aloha, this is Trinidad, the Island Man, your Island Man, and as you can see, we are about to do the Godzilla vs. Kong trailer, the official trailer. Now this movie was moved up, so it should be hitting HBO Max and possibly limited theaters sometime in March. And last Sunday, during the big football game, I believe, they went ahead, Warner Brothers, dropped this trailer online and for the game, and I was not able to react to it, but fortunately I had not also seen any of the trailers, so this is going to be the first time I'm looking at it. So you will get my first impressions of it. I gotta say, I did not like the original reboot of Godzilla that was made here by Hollywood. You know, the one that had, you know, that Breaking Bad guy in it for like 5 minutes and then he died. But to be fair, I don't think it would have been any better if he had stayed alive all through the film, because, you know, that's not what the audience wants to see. We don't want to see this family and their struggle and, you know, with love and, oh, you know, this army soldier, blah, 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 his son, you know, the Breaking Bad guy's son and his wife, and, oh, honey, please come home safe, blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, that makes good in normal dramas and such. But when you're dealing with Godzilla, man, I want to see Godzilla. When I was a kid, I loved watching this stuff on TV. When I was a kid, I was really introduced to Godzilla, a little bit on TV, but then every Saturday, the one theater in my small town that they had would always play, or mostly always play, Godzilla movies. You know, the old, you know, the 60s Godzilla movies. You know, there'd be a ton of kids packed in the theater, and we'd all be watching Godzilla movies, and you know, that was really a fond time of my my childhood. So I had a great love of Godzilla that has lasted through even now. And I gotta say, King of Monsters was a step in the right direction, although I think I still gave that a shock thumbs down, again because of the focus on the kid. We want a full focus on Godzilla. You know, if this movie is 100 minutes straight of just Godzilla and Kong going at it, no dialogue whatsoever other than rah, boom, boom, smash, bang, boom, you know, that's all I need to see to give it a shock thumbs up. I'm sorry, guys, but that's it. That's all I want to see out of the Godzilla vs. Kong movie. Now, of course, you know, I don't know if we'll have that Game of Thrones guy in it again, like in King of Monsters, and maybe he's behind orchestrating, you know, Kong meeting Godzilla to take him out or something, because he says, oh, we can't do our big plan with Godzilla here. Or maybe there's a, you know, some people have speculated that there's a Mecha Godzilla that eventually these two guys would team up with. You know, I always enjoyed the Mecha Godzilla versus Godzilla movies. I enjoyed that one King Kong Japanese movie where he took on a Mecha Kong. So I don't see why. Maybe these guys are going to get framed. You know, King Kong comes across the Mecha Godzilla disguised as real Godzilla, and, you know, he, you know, ends up tearing up his island, and Kong wants revenge and goes seeking out Godzilla. Meanwhile, Godzilla comes across Mecha Kong, disguises real King Kong, thinks it's him and real, you know, and then he disappears. And so, you know, they both go at the real ones, you know, together, thinking that they're both bad and they got to take them out. Who knows? But, you know, I could be way off of, you know, base here, but we're going to check it out here in this trailer, here and now. So bear with me and you'll get my first thoughts, my first reactions to it. Again, I have not seen any of this trailer. I've avoided everybody else's reactions talking about it. Not an easy task to do, but I did it to bring you my reaction. A true Godzilla fan from years and years, since I was a little tiny keiki. at the movie theaters, mouth watering for more Godzilla. All right. So here it is. Whew. Godzilla versus Kong. First looks, reaction, right now. Okay, here it is. Starts off. City. Is that Tokyo? Okay, yeah, it looks like Tokyo. Okay, the 7th Fleet is based in Japan, so they would be taking on Godzilla. Oh, okay. So they're bringing in Kong. So somebody brings in Kong to fight Godzilla, maybe.
We need Kong. The world needs him. To stop what's coming.
Okay. So they...
Child. She's the only one who can communicate with.
So she can control Kong. Or at least talk.
She had nowhere to go, so
Interesting.
I made a promise to protect her.
Okay, maybe she can talk to Godzilla as well.
So wait.
There's been precedents of that in the movies before. Again, with the kid, I don't know if I enjoy this. So far, it looks strong. Oh, there goes a destroyer. Okay, the F-18's taking on Godzilla. They know that's not going to work. Okay, there's Kong. But he's at the disadvantage if he's got to fight him on water.
Godzilla.
That's Godzilla's territory. Whoa. Now, I just want to say that there's no way that an aircraft carrier can support the weight of both King Kong and Godzilla standing on top of it. There's no way that's going to happen without sinking. I've been on aircraft carriers. I know that that's an impossibility.
These are dangerous times. Godzilla's out there and he's hurting people and we don't know why.
Okay, that guy's come back from King of Monsters.
We're not seeing here.
I'm of the same opinion.
Oh, damn! That girl's back? Minnie Bobby Vaughn? Oh, man, I don't care for her. Okay, this looks good. Oh, maybe that's the evolution of those skull crawler guys. And Kong probably thinks Godzilla's a skull crawler. What's with these bats?
Kong bows to no one.
Okay, the King of Monsters, Godzilla. Kong's going to have to make an exception here, I think. Now, how did he block that fire? I don't... Okay, well, there was my first reactions. As you saw, I got very excited. Now, as you can see, and as you've been told, this King Kong is much bigger than what he was in his own King Kong movie, the one with Loki and Captain Marvel. And so he is comparable size to Godzilla, but as you can obviously see, you know, he's still probably underweight for Godzilla. Just looking at the sheer mass of Godzilla, look at those legs, those sturdy trunk-like legs to Kong's skinny, wimpy legs. One good whack with the tail in his legs, and this fight is all over. That's about all I can say right there. Or the hit with the atomic fire breath. Nothing that Kong can do can stand up against that. And the fact that the idea that they would put that he could block that with that building piece that he has, unless it's adamantium, is going to be melted into slag all over his arm. He's going to have third-degree burns, Kong, just from the metal that he's holding to try to block that atomic fire breath. And then he's going to get hit full force with it and die. So once again, just like the old Japanese Godzilla versus King Kong, I do not see this movie coming to any final conclusions. At best, it will leave it open-ended as to who could take on who and win, although everybody knows Godzilla would easily trounce Kong, 7 days of the week. Now, that being said, the two, before there's any definitive blow, will probably team up against said like Mecha Godzilla or Mecha Kong, or possibly some people are saying even a new monster, maybe Ghidorah comes back, Monster Zero, as we saw in King of Monsters, Godzilla, King of Monsters. You know, he's more than enough to take on both these guys, you know. In fact, Rodan, Mothra, and Godzilla all had to team up one time in Monster Zero to take him on. So possibly Kong and Godzilla will take him on together. But I think that would be a little wasted. I think they'll do like a 2-on-2 kind of battle before they get to a 2-on-1 scenario. As you can see, you know, the weight level of these creatures and the, you know, far exceeds the weight capacity for buoyancy of that aircraft carrier. It would have easily sunk as soon as, you know, one of them had gone to an unequal part of the aircraft carrier. And honestly, this aircraft carrier is being depicted as a little larger than standard aircraft carriers, which are, 1,004 feet, I believe, in length. We say about 4 football fields or so, yeah. So, you know, and a draft of like 80 meters with the planes and everything and the people on them. I don't envy the people that's on that ship right now. So that's probably at least 3,000 people who will sink to their death due to this unexpected battle where Godzilla has come up on. But as far as the story goes, it looks like they know something is going to happen. They know Godzilla is coming to kick their butts, the humans. So they call in King Kong to rescue them, which I don't know why he would do so, other than, you know, it's nice that they kind of do like a little Mothra, little kid kind of thing, you know, saying, hey, Kong, please help the human race. Kind of like the little girls in Control and Mothra, or at least speaking with Mothra, so they can speak to Kong and get him on their side. But I think that, you know, Kong will eventually snap out of it and just come to his own, because it's like, hey man, you guys are on your own, you know, you're going to destroy the world yourselves, you humans, we're out of this, you know, and the monsters will go off and have drinks or something, more than likely. Or something like that. So yes, I'm a little worried again. We have double monsters, so that's good. That's a shock, a thumbs up. But we saw that kid. We saw Millie Bobby Brown back. So we got 2 kids and 2 monsters. That's a shock, a thumbs down, man. 2 kids. 1 kid was bad enough to ruin King of Monsters for me, that Godzilla flick. That's why I gave it a shock, a thumbs down, was because of Millie Bobby Brown. Now she's back. Plus, we got another kid. Oh, you know, now I'm really worried about this movie. And, you know, I guess I'm happy that it's going to streaming, because I don't know if I'd, you know, I would go see it at the movie theater because it's got Godzilla in it. So, you know, they would get my money at the theater, one way or the other. Would they get repeat business from me because of these kids, and it's going to be all like kid-centric? No, they wouldn't. Just like I only saw King of Monsters once, and I gave it a shock, a thumbs down, because of the kid aspect of it. Not enough focus on Godzilla. If they can fix that, then, you know, it may be a weak shock, a thumbs up overall. Predicting right now, though, a shock, a thumbs down for 2 kids. That means it's going to be too bad for me to want to watch again. But again, you know, I'd be a fool to not want to watch this movie with Godzilla versus Kong, and maybe just because it's on streaming, I can flick past the kids-centric parts of it and get to the meat and potatoes, which is the main fight, which I hope will last a good chunk of this show. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you with this at all. But, you know, but the graphics, CGI looks really good, but they did for King of Monsters. So it's all based on the story. I like 7th Fleet getting destroyed in this. Well, I mean, I don't like 7th Fleet getting destroyed in this, but it makes sense why they would be bringing in King Kong. I'm not quite sure. But I guess, we did see a connection with the military and the monsters before, so obviously they have some kind of links. It's not like, some tanker is going to be bringing in Kong the full way. They're going to try to launch him for a strike against Godzilla, which looks like Godzilla got the drop on him. And we see the results of that. So, but... what we see from this clip is obviously not going to be the final fight. We see him in the city, on land. Right here, this movie could be over at the end of this fight, just simply because King Kong's going to drown. Godzilla, being a fairly aquatic animal, swimming, holding his breath for long lengths of time, Kong can't compete with that there in the ocean. Sure, we've seen him swim in the lakes, but never like the open ocean like this. So Godzilla would just have to keep him submerged for him to drown, and then it would be all over. So, right there, this is an exciting trailer, yes, but it brings in some, wait a minute, Kong's at a serious disadvantage here, and how can he survive this to get to a fight on land where he might have more of an equal footing? But still, looking at the weight differences here and the power levels, fire breath, no fire breath, just punching. Biden maybe, but, hardened, leather-like reptilian skin versus fuzzy fur. He's at a serious disadvantage. And my money is on Godzilla all the way, every day. There's no way Kong's going to win this fight for sure. All right. Well, those are my thoughts on this trailer reaction. You saw some excitement, yes, but I don't know if this movie's going to be good. Two kids. Oh, one kid was bad enough. So, they work it into the story, and it's like, oh man, I hope that's not going to be a main central plot, but it definitely looks like it is, since at least one kid's going to be controlling, or at least, have an influence on King Kong. Now, whether Bobby Brown has some kind of influence on Godzilla, which is kind of what we saw from the first movie with that machine that the humans had. It's like, I don't know. We'll have to see. But obviously, there's going to be somebody big, bad, maybe that, like, Game of Thrones guy, coming back. He was in The Golden Child as well as the main villain. Oh, I know that was an old movie. You guys probably haven't seen it. Eddie Murphy was in that movie. But yeah, so he's probably pulling the strings overall, probably trying to control all these monsters. He'll probably unleash the big bad at the end for both these guys to team up against, whether that's going to be a Mechagodzilla. It's likely that's kind of what they were kind of, hinting at the end of Godzilla King of Monsters. Picking up the parts of defeated foes, I think. All right. Thank you so much. This is Trinidad, the Island Man. Your Island Man, talking about Godzilla vs. King Kong, the official trailer, my reaction. There you have it, and my thoughts on the upcoming movie. All right. Thank you so much, and aloha.